I'm here with Orien Landis, Director of Bands at American Fork High School out in Utah. Orien, thank you so much for joining us on the ESSER chat sessions here.
That's good to be here. Thank you.
So recently you and I connected and you guys were investigating ESSER funding, and I understand you guys have had some success, which is awesome. Before we get into that, I'd love for you to tell folks about your program a little bit. What's happening in Alpine School District and American Fork High School?
Sure. So American Fork High School has a long history of success with band, and I think we're entering our 30th year of state championship victories for the band program, and 9-time winners for the Southwest Regional for BOA, and made semifinals several times for Grand Nationals. And so, we've had our success as far as marching band goes, and we have a really well-rounded program too. The concert bands perform really great. We have some really fantastic jazz bands and percussion sections, ensembles, things like that. And so we have about 250 on any given year, 250 to 300 kids in the band program at the high school. That's about 10th through 12th grade. And sometimes we count the 9th graders that help us out with marching band. So
awesome. Well, you guys are doing some incredible things out there, and I've had the opportunity to see some of your shows in the past, which have been quite amazing. In regards to ESSER funding, why we're here to chat today, tell us about that experience. As I understand it, you guys were able to get your hands on some of the ESSER funding to help support your programs.
Yeah. So we had heard about it, but we didn't really know much about it until Dr. Tim showed up. He does a summer thing here with us. And so he was telling us about it, and he said, you've got to get in contact with Mike. So we reached out to Mike. Mike helped us out with just some information about like what you need to include in your ESSER packet. And so we took that information. We have about 10 high schools and 14 junior highs in the school district. So it's a fairly sizable school district. And I reached out to all the band directors, all the junior high, high school, everything, percussion directors, and just called like an emergency meeting and said, hey, I think we might be able to get this. Let's get together and put a proposal together. And so we started that process. And then I reached out to our school board representative and a couple of people at the district office, and finally got an answer on whether we can actually still apply for it. And they said, you have 1 week to get all of the information in before they go over everything. And so we hastily divided up the proposal and decided how we were going to split it all up. And then a week later, we turned it into our district person, and was lucky enough to be approved. Every junior high and high school is going to get $10,000 from the ESSER funds. So it's like $240,000 total for the entire district. So
that's wonderful. So who was the district person that you guys had to go to that was kind of overseeing the ESSER funds?
So the person at Alpine District is the business service person. And I'm not quite sure if that's how it is at all the other large districts or whatever, but we reached out to the business service person. The person that helped us out the most was actually the school board representative for our area. So we reached out to her, and then she figured out who we needed to contact at the district office. And, initially we had gotten told that there is no money available. But I think the thing that most people need to do is just like not take no for an answer. So I think I was told no by 3 separate people before I reached out to the school board representative, who then told me the exact person I needed to contact at the district office in order to get our proposal in on time. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. Crazy how many people told me no before I finally found somebody who said yes.
So through your experience, I guess, what's the one piece of advice you would give all the music educators out there that are looking at ESSER funding right now?
Well, I think there's money available, but I think it's also like winding down, or that there's times where like you just need to start moving ahead on it. And I think you're going to be surprised at how much money you might be able to get your hands on if you're willing to just put something together, and then keep trying to track down the right person that you should talk to. Like I said, I was told no, that there wasn't any funds available a couple times before I finally got a hold of our school board representative, who was like, yeah, let me see if I can help you out. I think I know something about that. So that's my biggest suggestion to all the educators out there is just, and this goes for almost anything, like just don't take no for an answer. Like you can almost always find a solution if you're willing to work for it.
Amazing. Well, I appreciate the time together today, Orien. Appreciate what you and the
Sure.
staff in your district do to help support the students in music education. Thanks for sharing this with all of our viewers, and best of luck to you guys this school year.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much for all your help too.
You bet. Take care, Orien. Thanks.
See ya.